Well, good morning. Welcome back to Life for Dave. Back out over the permission, filming with a new phone. So I bought the Samsung Galaxy S25, the S25 Ultra with 1 TB memory. So happy days. Let's give it a crack. Well, first time filming on this phone. Got to be a bit careful with it. I'm still waiting for a case to turn up. I don't want to ruin it. Right, powered up. Earphones on. Right, glove up. Let's go. Right, well, it's gone a bit quiet over the field, so I've swapped the 6-inch for the 11 or 11.5, whatever it is. Got 17 there. That's liable to be trash. Not always, but unfortunately, this top of the field, I can't dig it. It's still solid. Absolutely solid. So I've got to move down further. I've got to find areas that are diggable. So we had a little bit of rain on the way down, and then it seemed to have stopped and it's dried out again. Yeah, I might start digging some of them out when the ground's softer. Yeah, we'll see what they are. I thought I want to just try the larger coil. Running at 25 at the moment, so plenty of power. I want to see if we can turn up something that I've been missing with the 6-inch. It's all a case of luck, you know what I mean? If you're picking a line and just walking around. So I've just got to hit there, and you go back over it, and it's iron. Yeah, I'll start gridding some of the fields. I've done this one. I've gridded this field and been over it. But there's always that chance I've missed something. And there were some signals that, like that one I just got at the top, got a signal, but it's too hard to dig. I can't dig it. I'll have to come back and revisit it. So if I get time, I'll go over this field again with the larger coil, and we'll grid it and make sure we cover it all. There's lots of 6s and 7s, which is usually foil. Got a signal there, but it's jumping 36, 20, 50, and that will be iron. But yeah, it could be iron hiding something, but again, it's a deep one. We might have to do a revisit. Start digging out some of the iron signals, but there's loads of them. Well, I've had a couple of finds come up that weren't iron, but give an iron grunt. So you never know what it is until you dig it out. Obviously we've all got an idea, and when your numbers are jumping like that, it is usually big iron deep down, and it's confusing the detector. It goes all jumpy. The VDI is going all over the place. 20s to 90s usually. That was a 17 at the top of the field, but again, that's usually can. But if I go digging up there at the moment, I'm going to make a right damn mess, and I'll end up losing my permission. So it can wait. So the larger coil, I can cover more ground without missing so many gaps. You know what I mean? It's yeah, this feels really quiet. I have been over this quite well. I had a good wander around this field, and then I broke it down into sections and walked up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Right, I want to carry on. I'll see you when I get my first target. Well, whole lot of naff all this morning so far. Got a couple of little junky targets. Got something here ringing up 49s, 50s. Got to learn this coil a bit better, trying to dig the holes. It's hard work. Much prefer the 6-inch. So this one sounded like something, and then it sounded irony. It's in there. There it is, lump of lead. So that's all I've had this morning. I had a couple of little bits of lead, which I was expecting air rifle pellets. And a horseshoe. So, yeah, so not a lot at all. The camera hadn't flipped round, so just a chunk of lead. Horseshoe. That's all we've had today. It's a couple of little crappy targets. It's been really quiet. I'm just walking around finding a whole lot of nothing other than iron signals. This one had an iron signal, but had a lump of lead in it. Obviously there was some works going on because there's quite a lot of this offcuts of lead. Got no detail on it, it's just a triangle of lead, so it's been snipped off a sheet. But we found it, and yeah, struggling with the pinpointing, finding the location of the target to dig with a larger coil. But we're getting there. I mean, I'm hitting the holes, I just don't feel confident with it. You know, I much prefer the 6-inch coil, much easier to target and find your location. But right, let's carry on. Just got a signal, so I've moved to another field. 47 to 50. Let's dig it out, see what it is. It's much better to dig anyway, it's a lot softer. Something was a stone. Well, it's that big chunk of lead. Yeah, big old bit of lead. Oh, in the collection. Check the hole. That's why it was screaming. Iron grunt further down. That's it. Fill her in and moving on. Okay, I think I've just spotted it. Got one here. It's a bit squeaky. 52 to 55, rather squeaky signal. Really deep, so pretty sure that's it. Yeah, it is. It was slightly in the side, just shoveled it I think, so just caught it slightly, and it looks like a coin. No, we're good. Caught the mud on it. What is that? Oh, it's crusty. I thought I did, it's just the green. Whoo! We're good. It's just where the mud had broken off. What is it? Ooh. I don't recognise that one. We've got some crust. Can't see it, there's a bust there. Writing around the outside. Pretty light. Not recognising the face. I won't rub it anymore because I don't want to destroy it. I wonder if it's a token. It's very light for the size of it. There's a definite bust on the front there. Some writing around the outside which I can't make out. Well, first time filming with a new camera as well, so it's a pretty clear image. I thought that was going to be a bit trash. That was a bit squeaky. Goes to show you've got to dig them all, and that was deep and all. So the new coil, or the other coil, is definitely covering ground better. And it pulled that up. I mean, whether I'd have found that with a 6-inch, I don't know. Here it is, look, he's looking, I thought he was looking right, he's looking left. I can see a nose there. Nose and an eye there. ain't modern, is it? So, yeah, happy days. We'll have to give that a very gentle clean later and see if we can see what the hell it is. Maybe post that on the ID group if I can't tell. There is some writing around the sides, so we won't rub it off anymore. We'll leave that as is. That side's looking really crusty. Just found him about 30 years too late. Right, let's crack on, see if there's anything else about. Right, so the coin hole. It said there was something else in there and it had an iron grunt. And there it is, look. So I've just pulled that out the bottom. I dug down a little bit further and in the side. And we found the iron. So we've got an old nail. So once again, the 900 was right. There was iron there. And there was also a coin, which is why I was getting the mixed signals. And there we go. So we got it. So I'll just check the hole. And there was still a signal there, but it was fluctuating. And it had a slight iron grunt to it. It's clear now. And we can fill the hole in. Oh, I've just absolutely destroyed this hole. It was in the side, so I've just turned this out. There it is. It's underneath. So it was in that side of the clod. You know what, that looks like the same blooming coin as the last one. Still can't see it. We've got more writing around that one. Same sort of weight. I don't know if that's just a penny. Yeah, that's just a penny. I can't see who it is. There was a couple of signals around here and I just couldn't locate it. I've dug it round, it was still saying it's in there. I've gone deeper, no it ain't deeper, it was in the side. Right, let's see if there's still another target next to this. Yeah, good signal. I was just struggling to locate it with the larger coil. There's a little scratchy iron signal there. But I was picking that up from here. So it was radiating out. It was all round the place. I was getting this signal. And it's almost impossible for me to flaming locate it. You know, I was picking it out, I was trying to pinpoint it. And it was saying it was here. It was at the front of the coil, was over here. And it ended up back here, right in the side. Well, at least we found it. It's just a penny, but we got it. Right, I've got to fill this mess in there. Well, that sky is looking nasty. I've had a couple of coins, so I'm going to start heading home, I think. So we'll be off and see what we can. I don't know. I was going to say, see what we can get off of them coins later. 57, 58. I'll dig it slightly larger. A bit harder there. Might have to film off, dig it off the camera and come back. We'll see. Sometimes you just get a hard spot and then it's quite soft around it, but softer under the surface. We got a crust that's pretty solid. Now we should be all right. It's full of bramble root as well, so that don't help. That definitely sounds good. I was going to go home. Can't walk past the signal though, can you? It's deep. Pulled into the debris on the side. I've got some brick in there. Look. Might have to come back and do this one. See if I can dig it on camera, but still want to be down further. Let's see if we've got anything on the pinpoint. I don't think. Oh. Down there. Before we go any deeper, I'll say I'm missing stuff. Is it that? There it is. Oh, nice, look. It's a little buckle. What's that? Just a bit of stone. Little old buckle. That could be medieval. Get quite a few of them coming up, but up to Victorian. I mean, quite a lot of buckles. Oh, I thought we might have had a coin. It's a buckle. Right, let's get this filled in. Alright, that's it for today. I've got to head home, but I'll be back tomorrow. I know where I'm heading. I'm coming over here. We've had 2 coins in 10 minutes. I've done a couple of hours, or a few hours, and had hardly anything. It's been really quiet. I've had 2 coins in 10 minutes and a buckle. The only trouble is this field's now all overgrown. So the 6-inch coil's much better, but will it hit the depth? I don't know. I was convinced I was hitting quite deep with a 6-inch, but it's a lot easier to pinpoint a target. But I suppose it's all practice. I've not used this one much, to be honest. I didn't like it, especially starting out as a newbie. I was proper green, and I was struggling with this one. I put the 6-inch on and I just didn't look back really. Off so much better, game changer. But as we all know, I can cover more ground with this. I mean, just doing that, overlapping my coil swipes, I've just covered that ground in a fraction of the time it will take me with a 6-inch without missing any gaps. I can literally overlap the coil and not miss any gaps and just move forward at almost twice the pace I can with a 6-inch. So yeah, I mean, the larger coil does obviously have its advantages. However, the smaller coil has its advantages as well, and that is locating targets like small coins and stuff like that without having to dig a massive plug. I've got quite good with a 6-inch coil. I can usually hit my target. Sometimes it ends up in the sidewall. Anyone that says they don't dig anything and leave stuff in the sidewall is probably lying, unless you're digging a massive plug. Can't dig this bit. Trackway, and it's solid. Full of signals, but it's solid. Alright, so I've done a bit on this field, but yeah, not much at all really. But I did have a nice little ring out of here a little while ago. Not much today, really quiet. I'm just going to head back now. We'll just wave the coil around and see if anything pings up whilst we're walking. That detector walk. A slight gallop with the coil swinging. And believe it or not, that's exactly how I found my first silver coin, my proper silver, when I got my William III love token. I was walking down the hill, I'd had enough, I thought, I'm going to go down there, try over there, and I was just walking along, it went, woo! I went back over the spot, and yeah, William III silver love token. Absolutely awesome. So I know we've got medieval history here. I've had a couple of buckles and bits and pieces that are medieval. Horse pendants, horse harness pendants. And I had my first hammered coin about a month or so ago now. It's only a cut half, but that means they're here, That's the only one I've found 43 to 45. Yeah, we'll see if it's diggable. Well, as you can see, this is a completely live dig, so just walking home. I'll never do any camera trickery, lie, jiggery pokery stuff, planting stuff in holes. Don't see the point of it. Want to do that, why bother filming it? Yeah, I mean, you're only fooling yourself. If I find something in a hole, I'll show you what I found in the hole. Sometimes I film it whilst I'm digging, sometimes I don't, I'll just dig it out. Sometimes I'll turn it out and I'll have the clod on the side. I'll get it out and I'll know it's in that, right, it's in the clod, and then I'll start filming because it's a lot easier. It's not because I'm going to ever hide anything in that clod that I've pulled out, it's because trying to film one-handed and dig one-handed is hard work. Let's face it. You know, this would be a lot easier with two hands. Whilst I'm fighting with that, I'm also more likely to put a, there it is, I can see it, put a spade through something. I can see it, looks like a shotty shell. Yes, that's a shotty in it. And again, see, it's in the side. I slightly missed it. We got it, but I slightly missed it. And if that had been a silver coin, I'd have put the spade through it and swiped it down the side. So I've really got to learn this coil better. So I might stick with it, a bit of perseverance, and we'll see how we get along. But yeah, I really don't like it compared to the 6-inch. But I mean, if I was on nice bit of ploughed fluffy soil, I think that's going to be a game changer. It's going to be better. I should have put that on last week when I went on a dig, and I didn't. I was rushing around trying to find targets, and you know, instead of thinking, I should have swapped my coil over and put the larger coil on for that ground. But I think for this ground, the 6-inch is so much easier. But there we go. Right, let's get this covered up and get out of here. See, there's higher on this side and lower on that side. So I want me soil in the bottom, lower on that side and higher on that side. So when I flip that back over, hopefully it sits in there better. Know what I mean? Then we can smack it down. And fill it over. There we go. Sorted. Alright, catch you soon. Okay, so we're home. I've just tipped out today's finds. These bits over here were from a different day. Nice little buckle. And a coin that I got the other day. I think that's God's Castle. It looks like another one that I got that was slightly better condition than that, but just by the two little towers, there and there, a bit in the middle, little drawbridge, it looks identical to the other one that I had that was better condition. So I'm pretty sure that's God's Castle. Right, so today we rung up a horseshoe, a buckle, chuck a copper pipe, a ring pull. Both of them were in the same hole. That's a chunk of some sort of angle iron bracket crud. We've got some foily bits. I think that's alley can. A big old chunk of lead. I think these are part of a bomb fuse off the old mortars and stuff. Someone else had one recently. They come up quite regularly. I've had a few of them. And someone was saying that's part of the mechanism inside there. Shotty shell. A couple of other bits of lead. So we've got a little triangle of lead. And I've got these little bits of lead sheet. Again, these were all out of the one hole. Half a dozen little bits, little strips of lead. We did get a little 4-hole button. crusty. A nail, that was in with one of the coins, that one. And we did get these 2 coins, so try random rubbish. So they're both, I'd say, probably likelihood is they're both pennies, but they're different thicknesses. Not quite similar on the camera actually, but to look at it here, the left one's thinner than the right one, but they are the same size. Looking at that now, I'm thinking that's George. We'll give them a little clean up and have a look. But that one, I'm not sure if it is a penny or not, because it's got this inner rim around there. Looks like a 3 over there. Can't be a George III, surely. Doesn't look like it. Looks like a regular modern George. Like the one next to it. You see the difference? That's the penny. Right around the edge. This one's got this inner bead around it. So we'll have to give them a little clean up. Right, that's it for now. Right, well, thank you for watching Life of Dave. I'll catch you all again soon. Bye for now.